the Jam must have known he couldn't get his revenge on Durk using the streets, so he decided to cooperate with authorities. But it turns out that he might not be the only informant in the case. DJ Vald took to social media to say that after reading Durk's indictment, his conclusion is that there are 3 snitches in the case. I carefully went through Lil Durk's paperwork, and there are 3 co-conspirators whose names are hidden. One of them was one of the 3 shooters. One booked flights for the shooters, and another one told OTF about Quando's location in LA. These 3 co-conspirators are probably cooperating with the feds against Durk and the others.
Let's talk about the attorney who might just help Lil Durk beat his case. This is Nicole Merman, and she's not just any lawyer. Nicole Merman has built a reputation as one of the most relentless, detail-driven criminal defense attorneys in the game. Being born as someone with a passion for justice, Nicole took her drive to Southern Illinois University, where she aced her bachelor's in criminal justice all the way to the Emory Law School. She got a master's in criminal justice under her belt, and she's been on both sides of the law, going from a probation officer to a criminal defense star. She's been on the inside and knows the system like the back of her hand. When she represents someone, she makes sure the odds are in their favor. Lil Durk got caught up in the 2019 shooting case. It was Nicole Merman who took charge, and with her by his side, those murder charges got dropped. Now the stakes are extremely high again, and she's right there next to Lil Durk. She's the attorney who made a career out of knowing every angle, every loophole, and every flaw in the prosecution's case. So what does that mean for Lil Durk and his case now? This means she's gonna dig deep, she's gonna pick apart every detail. She doesn't lose cases, she wins them. And honestly, she might just be able to get Lil Durk out on the streets if his team doesn't fold. Some of those guys are gonna have to do some time, but Durk is gonna possibly go free. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, like and follow for more.
Or Lil Durk?
No, Durk. Because I don't think Diddy knew he was intentionally doing things in his mind that was violating the law to that magnitude.
I agree.
I think Diddy had been being Diddy for so long.
Right.
Right? This was just his norm.
Right.
Right now it's like you gave your life revenging a life, but you still didn't take the life
No.
that you were supposed to revenge.
Right. You got someone who was not even involved in that situation. Who probably wasn't even there. Actually, I don't think Lil Pop was even there when that happened.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that Durk is the bigger dummy right now.
Indicted. Let's get into the facts. There is an indictment out in California. It's federal. It includes a charge, murder for hire. Murder for hire resulting in death is punishable by life in prison. Now, in the indictment out in California, there are 5 people named. None of those people is Lil Durk. There is, however, in that indictment, a mention to other conspirators. Those people could be named. They have not been named yet. What do the feds say about this conspiracy? They take you back to 2020 and the murder of King Von. Then they say that after Von was murdered, a high-ranking member of OTF let it be known that there was a bounty on the head of an individual involved in that King Von murder. That's believed to be Quando Rondo. So reading between the lines of the indictment, the feds are saying that Durk put money on Rondo's head. Then the feds say that 2 years later, 5 people from Chicago with some other conspirators traveled to LA, attempted to murder Quando Rondo, hit somebody else who was standing right next to Quando's car. The feds have a lot of evidence. They've got plane tickets. They say the plane tickets were purchased using an OTF associated credit card. They say the gun was supplied by an OTF associate. They have 5 people in custody. They're probably going to get some more, and then they're going to start squeezing on people and say, hey, have you seen this man? Does he run this crew? Did he provide some money to you? The thing about the indictment in California, this is a murder for hire plot. And what's very interesting is they've arrested who they believe are the shooters. They've identified, they have video of the shooting, and they've identified the individuals they say are the shooters. And in their indictment, they refer to co-conspirators who have not been named, and that's who they're really after, if you ask me, because you read that indictment and it says that a bounty was put up, that these guys went out, they took the shot, they attempted the bounty, they killed somebody, they went to collect on the bounty, and the indictment says the bounty was paid. And so if you can prove who paid that bounty, who's the money man, that's who you're going to want to go after if you're the feds. And so if you've got the shooters picked up, that's who you're going to lean on if you're the feds. And you're going to say, where did the money come from? Who put up the money? Now, if you can't connect the shooting to a money man, then you can't get the money man. Somebody, I mean, unless you have hard evidence of the money transfer, you're going to need somebody probably to say, yeah, it was, you're going to need a witness to say that guy gave me the money or that guy gave me the money to give to this guy. But it's very hard to prove who hands over the cash without witness testimony. We saw this in the 6ix9ine case. 6ix9ine apparently put bounties up. How did they figure it out? Somebody said, yo, 6ix9ine told me. Here's the big thing you got to understand about the Lil Durk situation. The indictment that's been released is not a gang RICO charge. In a gang charge, if they prove you're in the gang, you're responsible for the acts of the other gang members. However, this is murder for hire. Doesn't matter if he's in a gang or what or this or that. What's going to matter here is, did he hire someone for the murder? Okay, so unless they link Durk to the money, it's not murder for hire. RICO gang would be totally different. Then you start talking about, oh, did this guy ever wear the words OTF on his shirt? You know, did he ever do that? You know, this is not that case. It's murder for hire. They're going to try to connect him to the money that was paid to the shooter. That's the only way they get him on murder for hire, which you face life for if the murder for hire involved a death. Here, they didn't kill who he was hired to, so maybe you better hope you don't.
Lil Durk had his first court hearing today for his case, but things didn't go as planned. We saw reports of OTF rapper Lil Durk had his first court hearing for his M for Hire case. The rapper will remain in jail with zero chance of a bond release or bail. House arrest is still in the question, but not for now, which left Lil Durk looking emotional inside of jail. However, his cell blocks have been making him feel better. It was reported Lil Durk is reportedly described as super charming by prison staff and other inmates. The only thing he doesn't like in jail right now is the food, which went viral online, which got the attention of known snitch YSL Woody, because he snitched on Young Thug not too long ago in the YSL trial, and is now giving his advice to Lil Durk.
I want to hear my opinion on the Lil Durk situation. I ain't saying he's guilty. I don't know what the situation is. But if life is going good for you and you come from poverty, we risk so much of our freedom, time, and life trying to get where we at, to put ourselves in a position where we can take care of our family and our responsibility. The best revenge was for King Von. I'm not saying Durk guilty or anything, but the best revenge that you could have got for King Von was stepping up and taking care of his kids. We ignorant. We do stupid stuff. Why is we out here trying to continue to hurt each other? It's not gonna bring it back. What's done is done. It's permanent. Go get his kids, take his kids, and put his kids in a position where they never had to walk in their daddy's footsteps. It hurt me to see that Durk came so far in life just to end up in his predicament. Y'all rap about these things in y'all songs, showing that y'all know better and still choose to be foolish. But God knows we gotta come together, because at the end of the day, we our own enemy.
Thankfully, Lil Durk has changed prisons from Fulton County to Miami, which gives hope that a release on bond is possible. Durk's lawyers questioned the feds, asking what they had on Lil Durk, where it would state, Kodak Black's attorney Bradford Cohen says Lil Durk has a chance to beat the King Von and Quando Rondo revenge case unless OTF testifies against him. He says, I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against him.
When it comes to Durk Banks, you know, so far I've seen one text that says, don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, you know, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. Because he could be blaming, you know, Grant or one of these other guys and saying like, hey, these guys are going to do some crazy stuff. And he's like, hey, listen, make sure it doesn't associate with me at all. You can look at that a million different ways. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, you know, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks.
Clearly the case is still early on in its proceedings, and the evidence on Lil Durk is small as of right now. Yet we don't fully know what OTF Jam picked up on his wire while being in and around Durk for the last 2 years. But this famous lawyer would reveal when Durk could be released, depending on whether someone snitches on him or not.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, you know, didn't actually guy, you know, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, you know, they're
trying to attack me! They're trying to attack me! They're trying to
Watch him. I gotta go back there for the sunshine. Please watch him. Look, they shooting. Ray, shot, sorry. I got him. I got him.
255 Trinity, Ray. 255 Trinity. She can follow the round. 255 Trinity, 53.
75. Bro, get on the fucking ground. I already saw the brush. I swear to God, if you move, I'm gonna shoot you. Alright, get on the ground. I ain't moving. Look, at my hands, sir. I'm shooting so I'm scared too. I'm shooting so I'm scared, please. Bro, watch him. Watch him. I'm scared. I'm scared.
50 shots fired, 75 Trinity.
Bro, here. Hey, secure him. Secure him. Here he comes, big guy. Hold on.
129, just on time. Ready to supervise for me. Go ahead, sir.
Sorry.
What do you need? What do you need assistance?
What do I need to do now?
What's that?
I shot him.
Okay, stand by right here. How are you?
How are you?
Stay right here.
Y'all please hurry up and take that man to the hospital.